The next 1 month is strategic for the Nigeria and its economy. The next 1 month is strategic for Nigeria and its economy. Windows of financial hardship will be open. Prayers are needed for insight. We are about to get into the zone where things will become very difficult, where prices of things in the market will begin to ascend again, a period of inflection. And this is why we need insight for the wisdom to be able to know what to do. Remember, the Bible says that men of Issachar, they understood the time and they knew what Israel ought to do. So per time, there is a given knowledge, there is an insight that we are expected to have from God to make sure that we begin to tow to the right direction. The next few months will be heavy tested period for the president. I told us that he's going to travel in no distant time, in about 2 weeks back. And I said to us that the moment you see the president traveling, then the next few months, it's going to be very decisive. And prayers are needed for our president. He is our president. The Bible says for us to pray for those in leadership. So we are going to be praying for the president. And it's going to be a moment that decisions needs to be made. And we are asking God to bring him safe back in no distant time. And there must be prayer that must be made for the president so that his travel, the Lord showed me France, his travel will not be elongated. These states are on increased hotspot. Prayers and intercessors should focus on Bauchi, Zamfara, Edo, Plateau, and Benue State. The Lord said these states will be in perpetual hotspot. Prayers and intercessors should focus on Bauchi, Zamfara, Edo, Plateau, and Benue. And I can assure you, if we can pray, that is a God to respond. Northwest power for control is the key right now. Northwest power for control for 2027. Christians must pray for the Northwest states. Christians must pray. You can notice that God is beginning to send some incense of prayer. He's beginning to release some kinds of angels and angelic beings who have the responsibility to stir up the hunger and the thirst for prayer. Northwest is a key for power control come 2027. The Lord said Naira losing grounds again and cost of foodstuffs about to rise. I saw trucks that were packed. Trucks, they were packed, but no commodities. Trucks, empty trucks, they were packed along the road, but there were no commodities inside of them for them to be transported. Prayers is needed right here and today. I am telling you that is about to be a cry for hardship ahead of us. Prayers needs to be made for the president for anything that will delay his return back to Nigeria. Prayer needs to be made. I won't say this, but there will be a kind of attempt for elimination, but it will fail. There will be a kind of elimination attempt on the president of Nigeria, but it will fail. Akwa Ibom in tears as a tragic event occurs. The flag of the government house on the half. Akwa Ibom in tears as a tragic event occurs. The flag at the government house on the half mast. Trouble looming ahead in River State. What is going on now is not trouble. It is a warm-up. Trouble looming ahead in River State. Many waters will be tested publicly. Many waters will be tested publicly. And particularly the security in River State will be in dilemma of what is going on. Mark my words. The security in rivers will be in dilemma. A notable politician going home in Southeast. A notable politician going home in Southeast. A notable politician will be going home in Southeast. A notable politician. Is he killed? Was it a strategy? But he's not alive. Death of a commissioner, prayer needed. There will be a need for the replacement of a commissioner in Abia State. There will be the need for the replacement of a commissioner in Abia State. There will be the need for the replacement of a commissioner in Abia State. The unsuccessfulness of the political coalition. That's what I saw in the spirit. There is an unsuccessfulness of a political coalition concerning 2027. Please be taking note of these prophecies. Northeast plots a dangerous and strategic move. They will enforce that their voice is heard. Northeast plot a dangerous and strategic move. They will enforce that their voice will be heard. And this is coming from the House of Rep and the Senate. They are going to have a meeting, indoor meeting, and then the Lord said there will be an enforcement. Some people are saying, what is the essence of these prophecies? It's for you to know the direction God is going. It's for you to know also the direction that the devil intends to go. God reveals to redeem. Don't forget that. Noise of gunshot and heavy military personnel in Imo State is coming. Noise of gunshots and heavy military personnel in Imo State. There needs to be a divine intervention. We are praying for the peace of our states. The Bible says pray for the peace of Jerusalem. So it is right when God gives us signs, and we pick up the signs as intercessors, as people who are saying, let the will of God be done in Nigeria. If we must enforce the will of God, it's not going to be by negotiation, it's going to be by invasion. And it's going to be an invasion of the supernatural in the spiritual. Dangote Group to get to all-time high revenue generation this year, but the issues of health is knocking on the door. Dangote Group to get to all-time high revenue generation this year, but issues is knocking on the door. Issues of health knocking on the door for the leader.